welcome.
Welcome. I'm Hanna Gerlander.
And I'm Nora Fried.
And you're listening to
High Heels and Punchlines, Sex and the City rewatch.
I was so...
We haven't like officially made what this is.
Yeah. Well, I hope we'll decide tonight because the first episode comes out tomorrow.
True.
Also, I was so focused on looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
But this time you were looking at the camera.
Damn it.
It's okay. But we are here with season 3, episode 3, Attack of the 5'10" Woman. And we have a very special guest.
Literally so excited to introduce our guest. Sheri is a comedian. She has her own podcast called Pimp Daddy Pod. Please welcome to High Heels and Punchline, Sheri.
Yep.
So wait, no, we just went over your last name
because I said it the wrong way.
No, and I wanted to make sure I didn't.
Ciprane.
Ciprane. Okay, Sheri Ciprane. Sorry, I literally I got tripped up. Anyways, Sheri, we fucking love you. Welcome.
I love you, girls. You
We're
guys are
so
awesome.
excited you're here.
Yeah, you guys are the future, and I love you guys. I love you, ladies.
So
you always got good energy.
Nora's
from
been
you.
a fan of yours for a while.
I feel like I'm your groupie. Yeah, like I really
she kept telling me like I need to show you Sheri. You need to see Sheri's show.
Yeah. Well, you keep it real.
Yeah,
you keep it really fucking real,
yeah.
and it's sometimes a little fake in Brooklyn. So we like to see people who are keeping it real.
Yeah. No, it's all I can be is my most authentic self. Took a while to get there, but
I get that. Yeah.
But you're here and it's like perfect.
Exactly. It's literally the best.
It's the way to be.
Yeah.
Sheri's fucking hilarious. You can see her all around New York City doing tons of stand-up, and you will die. And she's actually been on our show, on their High Heels and Punchlines live show.
That was so fun.
That
I love
was
that show.
Yeah, you were a fucking star. All right.
Should we start with
we're gonna go into
Sex and the City questions?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, so did you grow up watching the show? Did you rewatch it when it landed on Netflix? Have you just watched this episode?
No, I used to watch it when it came out weekly.
Okay.
That's how old I am. I'm in my 40s, so
it is so nice to have you here because I'm always the oldest person. So now you can be the oldest person.
Take the load off of Nora.
You're taking a load off of me.
Yes. I don't feel this old, but I am. No, we used to watch it weekly, and we used to have it was an event, my friends and I. We would all get together and wait for it to, I forget what day it was. I forget what day it came out every week, but we would watch it every week, and we would all identify with who was who and what character was what, and it was like a breath of fresh air because women were openly talking about sex and their careers, and a lot of that wasn't going on
Women
as
in
much.
their 30s, too.
Exactly. Single. It was New York. It was, it was... Yeah.
Okay, because you watched it live and it was like an event and such an appreciation. Do you get like annoyed watching Gen Z react to it now, or you don't care?
No, I think it's I don't get annoyed at all. I'm glad that you guys are keeping it alive.
I'm not Gen Z, and I get annoyed at Gen Z because
I get annoyed at Gen Z for many other reasons.
There could be a podcast.
We could have a whole
that.
podcast on that. I don't consider Hanna Gen Z because she's my comedy wife, and I would never be a comedy wife with a Gen Zer. But she actually, I guess if we're getting technical, is a Gen Zer. I'm 32. I'm strictly millennial, and I find it so insulting when people insult Sex and the City.
Well, I think it's probably like watching it when it was like revolutionary or when it was like groundbreaking.
You have to just appreciate
and
it
now,
for what
like,
it
they
is.
Get there's so much sex in TV now. There's so many different examples of women on television, which is for the best, But it's like Sex and the City was like, it was a big deal. I feel like people also don't talk about it. It was like the flagship on HBO with The Sopranos.
Yes.
You're right. Like it was like they were putting all their money into these two shows. They were like, these are groundbreaking.
And it was like in the beginning of HBO. I feel like it was like HBO, when I first came out, I remember it being like the sex channel.
It was, yeah. It
Do
was
you
like
ever feel
soft
like
porn.
that? Yeah, it was like, on HBO. If you're
soft
watching
porn.
HBO, you're kind of watching porn.
Right. Exactly. Showtime was like that too.
Yeah.
Bit,
yeah. And now you just have to go watch porn. Or
watch any show.
Or you can watch any show.
Any show.
Any shows. Yeah.
I was actually watching Industry recently, and I was like, oh, okay.
I don't know what that is.
I've seen it, but I haven't watched too much of it.
It has like some light porn in it, but it's
nice.
not, whatever. Anyways.
Okay, so what girl did you think you were versus like what girl are you now? Or are they the same girl?
I was always Samantha. Just
of course you were. Like, I can't even believe I had to think
just a
about
slut and like proud of it and
fuck yeah,
and confident.
Fuck yeah.
Spoke my truth and didn't care about what anybody thought and didn't have a filter and like
love it.
You know, but still had a career too. Still wasn't like you know, still working hard as well. So yeah, I relate to her a lot. But I do have a crush on if I had to say a crush on Charlotte.
Of course.
Wow.
Of course.
Yeah, Charlotte's such
Remember
a little
when
sweetheart.
we had this guy on the podcast who was like, every guy wants to be with Samantha? And I was like, I actually think everybody wants to be with Charlotte.
Yeah.
Charlotte's like, not to like pin them against each other. Charlotte's like the most gorgeous. And like, she's like a little curvy. Yeah. And like, not to shame the other girls, but they're pretty thin.
Really
I feel
thin,
like saying Charlotte's curvy is really throwing her
for that
like
for that era.
For that era, she had like the hips, which none of the other girls had.
Okay, I need to look.
You gotta look.
See any.
You gotta sexualize them.
I don't see any meat on any of them, but yeah, I would say you're a Samantha too.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Who do you? Do you feel like you aspire to be a Samantha continuously, or do you feel like you want to get to a different level of a different character?
No, I will always be her, loyal through and through.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I don't see myself changing any time soon.
Okay,
which girl is your wife the most like?
Charlotte.
Okay,
yeah.
So you're with your Charlotte.
Yeah, it's like what do they say? Like, you know, lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah.
Like, Charlotte can get down.
That's what we're saying. We feel like she
mean?
doesn't get credit. She kind of goes for it with these guys.
Like if she trusts you and she loves you, like she's going in.
Yeah,
she's going. Know? Yeah, she's like doing
the work.
Yeah, she's doing the work to get you off.
Exactly.
So that's great. So you feel like your wife is Charlotte.
Yeah,
okay.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
We think Nora's a Charlotte.
I am a Charlotte, kind of.
That's why we get along so well.
That's why we get along so
secretly want to bang you. No,
and we always say that Hannah's like a mix of a Miranda, Samantha. So we're all in the family here.
Yeah.
I'd fuck Samantha too, though.
There's just no Carries at the table.
Right. Who would you not fuck? Of the
Miranda.
Yeah.
That's gay. I feel like I'm having sex with myself, you know.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Miranda did have an exciting episode
she did
in this specific episode.
And we got like a really iconic character introduced to us,
Magda.
Oh yeah.
Magda's so wonderful.
Yeah.
It's more fun meeting Magda knowing the end, how she ends up with Miranda. I feel like I remember watching this episode when I was watching it for the first time and being like, fire this woman.
Yeah.
But watching it now, I'm like, oh, Magda's here.
She's like a part of the family.
Yeah, we hated her. But now, she's like the mom.
Which which boyfriend do you hate the most?
Oh, hate? I didn't like, oh gosh, I'm trying to think. I loved Big. Big is my favorite, obviously. We love Big.
I was about to say, Sheri,
Big.
like, don't worry, you can, or like not don't worry, but like besides Big. So I'd love to hear that Big's actually your favorite.
Yeah. Miranda's husband's kind of a bitch. He's kind of weak and like
that's like literally so
Sheri, fuck yeah,
beta and like he's like a Gen Z lesbian.
Miranda's an alpha. Miranda's the alpha,
right?
She
exactly.
needs a beta.
Yeah. So exactly. So if you looked at it in terms of them being lesbians together, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because
that's Wolf and I.
Yeah.
You love Big though?
Yeah, I like Big.
What do you like about Big?
He's confident. He has swagger. He's got Riz or whatever they call it now.
Yeah.
I mean, he does. He's like got Carrie like fawning after him while like marrying a whole other person.
Oh yeah,
like
for sure.
And obviously he's got something going on.
And he's rich.
Yeah.
And so Steve, he's just kind of.
I feel like he would be my boy, like my friend.
Steve.
Yeah.
Okay. I would be boys with him. I'm friends with a lot of guys like that.
Okay,
but to date, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Steve is like my favorite, my diehard.
Aww.
And then I was watching an episode, the last episode, that we watched, which was 4, and with Wolf, and it was like literally a conversation that him and I have had, like word for word.
Yeah.
But I think Wolf like thinks he's like the alpha, but like
No.
I'm the alpha. And he's my Steve. He's my beta. Aww. And that's, if we were both alphas, it'd be much worse.
Right.
2 alphas can't be together.
No, they definitely can't. Not in my day or experience.
Not in my day.
I met Wolf once and I really liked him. In the green room, we were backstage. He had alpha energy.
See, I think that's what
he does. But you are, when you put you two together, you definitely are more dominant.
You're dominant.
I think he struggles thinking he's always alpha. I think he's alpha when he's in his prime, but like he doesn't remain alpha. I think I think I'm alpha all day.
Yeah. Right. Yeah,
maybe
you
that's
are.
A little too
you are
all day.
alpha. Yeah. You can't help who you are.
You can't help
just own it and learn how to use it for good. You know, that's
I don't know what I am. I'm kind of like a sub.
But you want to be a nomad.
Yeah, but you're very intellectual too. So
thank you.
Yeah, subs aren't a bad thing.
I also feel like being an alpha is beneath you.
It's not. It's
right.
Not
You're too smart.
Yeah,
you're too smart to be an alpha.
Exactly. I feel like I try to be alpha, and to a certain extent I am, but in a relationship, I'm gonna be more of a like. Do you need anything?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
but it's the Jew in me. I don't know. It's just like the Jewish mother in me. It's like, are you okay? But I'm loud. I can speak up in a room.
Jewish mothers can also be alpha. When they're like calling the shots on stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or like commanding a room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can command a room.
Absolutely.
I think so.
Yeah, but you're not overbearing.
Thank you.
Know, some Jewish mothers can be like overbearing. From the Jewish women that I've dated in the past.
How many Jewish women have you dated?
A lot.
Wow.
A few, like at least.
She's Samantha.
10.
She's done it all.
10 or more.
10?
Yeah.
10 or more.
I haven't even
more
had
than 10.
I can't remember how many
10
women
Jews?
I've had sex with. Yeah,
10 Jewish women?
Yeah. I don't know.
Wow, you're full Samantha.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone to like the SLA, like Sex and Lovers Anonymous, to try and like figure out if something wrong with me or like whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So maybe that's part of it. But I mean, yeah, Jewish mothers can be like overbearing and like really involved. But you don't seem like you would be that.
I'm involved for sure.
I will say Wolf's mom is Indian, which is a similar vibe of an overbearing, involved mother. And every time I tell Nora stories about his mom, she's like, oh, I would do that. Yeah. That's like words out of my mouth.
If someone says to me like they have a problem, I'm like, we're going to fix it right now. I'm calling XYZ person and we're getting it done. There's no like, we're not complaining about, we're moving forward. I'm going to hook you up with a random person that I met at synagogue, you know?
At synagogue.
Anyways.
Before we go too far down that. Okay, should we get into the episode?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to read the highlights and ask Carrie's question. So season 3, episode 3, Attack of the 5'10" Woman. The highlights. Carrie learns that Natasha and Big are married. Miranda hires a housekeeper. A spa trip kind of provokes some insecurities with Charlotte. And Samantha is looking for her happy ending, which is play on words. And Carrie's question is, are there women in New York that are just there to make us feel bad about ourselves?
So what we're thinking is we go through, we're trying to give these episodes a little more structure, which is hard for me and Hannah because we love a detour.
I like that chaos.
I know.
We got feedback once that it needs to be more structured.
Once.
All
right.
Only because we've only opened.
And see how it goes.
Yeah.
See how. I mean.
Anyways, so we're gonna do the question, then we're gonna go through each character where we can take as many detours as possible.
Okay.
But the question.
Do you want to answer? Are there women in New York who are just there to make us feel bad about ourselves?
What do you think?
In my own head, yes.
Really?
I don't think they're there intentionally to make me feel bad.
Really?
But I feel the same way.
Yeah, but of course there's, I've gained like 20 pounds since I've done comedy because I drink a lot, so I'm insecure about my weight. So I see another skinnier, like butch lesbian. I'm like, oh, she's probably stupid, or like, doesn't know how to like pussy, or you know what I mean?
Probably.
Like, and I'm just hating them. I'm really, it's just my own insecurities in my own head and like my own drama. So or really hot girls on the Upper East Side or Upper West Side. I look at them and I'm like, oh, you're just rich with daddy's money, and really I just want to be rich with daddy's money.
Yeah.
It's like the layered of being like a woman. Being a woman, it's like, okay, you're already comparing yourself to like all other women.
100%.
And then also being in comedy, you're also comparing yourself to everyone else's comedy career.
Exactly.
It's like really... You could have a day where you feel great about yourself and you had like a show and you did well, and then you go home and you see a picture of someone looking really hot at a show with a bigger venue, and you're like, I did nothing tonight.
Have you noticed like people, a lot of women are posting like sexy pics for comedy shows. That's like a thing now.
It's always been a thing.
Yeah,
it's
like,
never not been a thing.
Right. I feel like it's like, has that always been a thing?
I mean,
I feel like I just started noticing it.
No. I've been studying comedy since I've been a kid, and sex sells.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, look at most women comedians, like even Joan Rivers in her day was hot before she was Joan Rivers, you know? Like, there's only a few that are masculine looking or like fat or bigger or whatever that make it. But, I mean, sex sells. Are they funny? When you go to the show? Not a lot.
Of the time.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Never of the time.
Yeah, exactly. So is it a draw? Yes. But then you want to have people who are also funny on the show, not just a bunch of hot chicks who are stupid and don't know how to tell jokes.
Yeah.
You know?
Period.
Yeah. We both are hot. You could do that if you want.
Should we do that?
Well, I used to have an OnlyFans, and I will say when I had an OnlyFans and was single, I was getting booked a lot.
Yeah.
And now I don't have an OnlyFans and I'm in a relationship, and like I would not say I'm getting booked as much. And I was like, absolutely. Do I need to like take my top off on Instagram Live? Like, I was like, I don't know what I have to do to get. I literally was like, wow, like I'm like about to make it.
Yeah.
And then it just like started slowing down. I was like, oh, like no one can sleep with me anymore or see pictures of me naked.
Isn't that crazy?
It's a bummer. Yeah. It's a bummer.
I feel like the threatening person that I see in New York is definitely like the Upper East Side lady. Yeah. Like when I go into any sort of like corporate environment and I see some lady, there's this look that a woman has at some point in their lives that I've never been able to achieve, and now I'm past the age to achieve it.
What is it?
Where they look like they're 13 going on 30.
Literally Natasha in this episode.
Yeah,
like that.
They look. There's this look.
Yeah.
And it's like they have this youthful look, like in terms of
no
wrinkles, but they're mature and they're so put together. And I'm like, when I was younger, I was always like, oh, one day I'll be that, but just it's going to take a minute. And I've never become that. I think now I'm past it.
When I was
you have
in
to be like 27,
middle school and high school, I remember this was when like Facebook was happening now. People who I knew, because my brother was older than me, like were in college, and they all just like would be changing their profile pictures, and they would be like thin and tan. And I was like, wow, when I get to college, I will be thin and tan. I literally got to college and started drinking alcohol and put on 90 pounds.
Right.
I was like, okay, I guess that just doesn't happen when you show up on campus.
No, but I think you have that, Nora. You have a sense of innocence and naiveness to you. And, you get glammed up and you can be sexy. I think it's just like, it's how you feel and like how you work it and own it. But there's a different level to like the Upper West Side, Upper East Side.
That's
girls.
what I find threatening though. I mean? I'm like, oh shit, I'm the
level.
wacky lady and she's put together.
Yeah.
I constantly feel threatened when I see a woman so put together and I'm like, wow, I'm a wacky lady.
Yeah.
And I'm always going to be a wacky lady.
We love wacky ladies.
When I met you, I looked at you as put together.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
honestly, I didn't think you as wacky lady.
Okay. All right,
never.
cool.
I think
so
wacky lady is like the crackhead on Flatbush. Like you don't look like a wacky lady. No. Definitely, when I met you, I was like, "Oh, you got it together."
Oh, thank you. Okay, cool. All right. Well, maybe I'm not as wacky anymore.
I do feel like we all have like a type of woman that like doesn't think about us at all. Who like
not at all.
No. There's like there's like specific people who I'm like when they post something, I'm like, oh, I can't. I don't have the mental space to look at it, and they probably like don't even know my name.
Right.
And it like will tear me down. Okay. Yeah. So whose storyline should we get into first?
Do you want to choose?
I mean, the dildo in the drawer.
Okay, yeah, let's
go
Miranda.
In the drawer.
Yeah.
So in this
do you
episode,
have a goodie drawer?
I have goodie drawers, plural.
Whoa,
I have 5, and they're deep.
Really?
They're sectioned off.
Because Miranda's had what I wrote down. I just had a vibrator, nail polish, condoms, lube, and a towel.
Right.
Like
yeah.
a loose towel.
Yeah.
I was like, that really isn't too much. She could have consolidated it, and Magda would have never seen it.
Right. Exactly.
What is it? Just all sex stuff?
Yeah, it's all different. It's in sections. Like there's a BDSM drawer where it's all like letter stuff and whips and chains and paddles and.
Are you guys open?
No.
Okay, sorry. No. I didn't mean it like that. I'm just curious because
you used to cheat though. I used to cheat.
If that's what you're looking
Sheri,
for.
I love you. I'm saying like it just is your wife into all of this stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. All right, cool.
I think I've got
she's her Charlotte.
I got her into it. She wasn't into it before I got hurt.
Okay, so you have whips and chains.
BDSM is one drawer.
One drawer, and then another drawer is just dildos alone. All sizes, shapes.
Okay.
Shapes?
Yeah, there's different shapes. Like some are curved, some are chody, some are just look like a regular penis. And all different colors. Purple, rainbow, glitter.
That's fun.
Wow.
Yeah, because I don't... And then one look like flesh, some look like flesh, a flesh dick. You know, if you want to get like real kinky and weird. And then other is like...
Is she gonna love this?
Masks, like different masks.
Masks.
Yeah.
Masks.
Like Phantom of the Opera looking masks, or like
hot,
kinky,
hot.
freaky,
He's hot.
or like just like like girls put the sleepy mask on where you just can't see, like you can only see.
Yeah. Blindfold.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. Not like weird Halloween masks, but like sexy masks. Yeah.
But
stuff
did you
like
see that TikTok that was like these two people working on a Spirit Halloween, and it was like our faces when we see someone come in, when we see a couple come in and buy the Scream mask.
Right.
I think that's like a common thing people fantasize about, is the Scream guy fucking you.
Do you have the Scream mask?
We don't have that, but we have
Sleep
No More.
Halloween.
Have you ever heard of Sleep No More?
You have the Sleep No More mask?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Have you ever been to the Sleep No More exhibit?
They're closing soon, so we
do
it.
But also when they tell you, like side note, when they tell you have to do it as an individual experience and go by yourself, don't stay with each other. Don't go alone through it. Like
why?
I don't know. They want you to experience the exhibit alone.
Yeah.
But I went twice, and I always went like with people.
Really?
And it was more fun that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be alone doing it. But yeah, we have the Sleep No More mask, which kind of looks like the Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, that's
too.
another sexy mask.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a goodie drawer? Because you don't have a drawer over here.
No, I have a drawer where I used to put all my drugs.
Yeah,
and it's just like on the top over there. But since I've kind of strayed away from smoking weed and doing drugs and whatnot, that it's now just kind of full of like tobacco and like and like little bits of weed, and like there might be a baggie in there, but it's gonna be really, really old.
Right,
I'm not
That's
doing.
okay.
But but I did have that drawer. I can show it to you guys after.
You have a naughty drawer.
Just a drawer where it's like,
you got a naughty drawer.
like, if someone's coming over, if it, maybe I'll throw cigarettes in there or something. Right. But I don't know. But and then I hide stuff in little places, but nothing like.
So it's like a goodie house.
It's a goodie house.
The stuff is all over the house.
I'm not. I want to be more. I'm Charlotte vibes. But you're saying that I can change. I want to be more exciting, but I'm not. I'm just kind of.
Someone will bring that out of you.
Yeah. I feel like I'm just kind of.
You have that energy. It just needs to be brought out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the right person.
That's right.
Because like I was saying, it's like when you're dating and meeting new people, it's like you don't want to try new things on a first one night stand.
Yeah.
No, because
you gotta get into a relationship with someone you trust, and then that'll come naturally.
So you didn't like introduce this stuff to your wife immediately. This was kind of like something that kind of came out after
depends
a
on the
while.
person. Some girls I have gotten right down and dirty with, but with my wife, no.
Yeah,
she wasn't about that life.
What was the intro like? Like, was it a Sex and the City moment where like it's like that guy that was the politician who wants to pee on Carrie? Like, was it not in that moment, not like peeing, but like, was it similar where like you're asking her to do something?
Yeah, it was a discussion.
Okay.
It was a sit down consent discussion. Like, I've had so much sex in my life with women.
Yeah.
Only 5 men, so not like a whore with men, but with women, and I was like, I need another level to be able to,
Yeah.
You need 5 drawers.
Yeah.
You need 5 drawers.
I need 5 of them drawers, baby.
Wow. Sheri, I want to be you when I just like this. You're so cool. Like,
you're so cool.
I just like,
you guys love each other.
I love Sheri.
I love Sheri today.
I love Sheri.
I love Hanna too, though.
Yeah,
She's got her sexy shoulder.
Okay.
I just keep staring at her sexy shoulder out, and I'm just like, hello, shoulder.
I feel a little gross about my hair, so I'm glad the shoulders.
I don't notice anything about your hair.
So it's a little rough.
You look great.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're hot. You know that.
Do you? Okay, so you have goodie drawers.
Yeah.
So Magda would have a fucking shit fit.
Magda would leave and burn my house down.
No, Magda.
Probably.
I'm not gonna lie.
With holy water, she just put holy water everywhere.
She would have been like, I can't work here.
Yeah.
This isn't the right
As soon as I walked
me.
in, she would start like saying the Our Father to me as soon as I walked in.
Also, I really feel like it's one thing to take the stuff away, which is already really bold as like the housekeeper, but to replace it with not a Bible or anything, a Virgin Mary, just little statue is pretty fucking bold. That's like a very special type of like religious older woman.
Right.
Who's
exactly.
like, I know the best way. You need to make pies. Women should make
yes,
pies.
Yes.
And
she
you
gave her a roller.
masturbate.
She gave her a pie roller.
Also,
as well.
I don't think men think that way. That you don't need them if you have a vibrator.
You'd be surprised.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes I'm
surprised.
like,
the ego is very strong.
Oh wait, that you don't need the man.
Man.
I sometimes have that feeling. I'm like, I really
Well, because
like
the men
if
can
I'm
use the vibrator can be part of what
when
we
I'm
do.
like so in my like career drive or whatever, like busy, and I'm just like, okay, I kind of have it all taken care of, and I don't need to have a man around.
Well, yeah, because they've upgraded the vibrators, right?
They're crazy.
It's like a tiny little vacuum now. You know? It's like you're putting like the car wash vacuum on your clit. It's like
it's crazy.
And like no human can do that.
Like Miranda
I
has
try
an
to do
old
that, and
model.
I can't even do that. Yeah, that was old school where it's just like, you know. But
yeah.
So yeah, I've had conversations with men where they're like, I can't do, and I'm like, I can't even do that.
Yeah.
You know? But nothing will ever be able to replace a real penetration inside the vagina.
Yeah.
You know, real
Okay.
cock, you know?
Okay.
So.
I don't really like penetrative sex.
Oh, all right. Well, that's okay.
That's okay.
I don't like
That's okay.
It's not that I don't like. I don't.
So
like
that's probably why the
it.
vibrator is like crucial.
Yeah, I love a little.
You just add it in. You got to add the vibrator in for
Well,
yourself.
I use it every time.
Yeah, no, I like to. I mean, I'll have penetrative sex, but I'm not like dying for it all the time. Like,
right,
I like
exactly.
Other stuff
Yeah,
I find more interesting. But
right.
But everyone's different, you know. I don't know.
What do you think Magda would replace since you don't have a goodie drawer? What in your apartment do you think she would like be like, this has to go?
Me?
Yeah.
I was looking over at Sheri.
We already know me.
I was like, why are you giggling at Sheri?
I thought you.
My entire bedroom's got to go.
I was like, because you don't have a drawer, what do you think if Magda came here?
When you were saying it, I was looking at Sheri and I thought that you were asking what Magda would replace. Maybe I didn't even fully hear the question. What Magda would replace in hers, and I was like excited to hear what she was going to say. But then you said
glowing.
didn't have a good. Okay, what she would replace it with?
No. Like what? Because you don't have a goodie drawer next to your bed. When she's cleaning your house, what do you think she would swap for the Virgin Mary?
Oh, so I have to say what's being hidden, what's hiding?
Okay, never mind.
You
don't
okay.
have.
No, it's okay. I mean, a vibrator.
Yeah,
right?
a vibrator.
Like that would be
Okay,
it.
I was never
But
mind.
my
Then. The
vibrator's
question
like,
is
my
now
vibrator's
irrelevant.
like tiny. It's like a little. It's the tiny little.
Like a bullet.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
it's nothing to write home.
What brand is it by?
Puff.
Oh, from Unbound.
Yeah, it's like light.
That's where my vibrator's from. I don't love mine, but I don't like use it enough to need a new one.
Yeah, I don't need like
it
a
does
giant.
the job.
I don't need like a giant like dildo or anything.
No,
like
those
that.
ones that are like the back massagers.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, what's
the
up with
Hitachi.
that?
It's a Hitachis. Yeah, they're
What's
brand name?
Wait, do you what happens with those?
Because they
like,
are intimidating.
some of them like back
You
in
actually
the
put it in your vagina.
well, that and back in the day when they were first made, they had to plug into the wall to work.
That's crazy. Like,
And that
having
is
to be like, you can't go that far.
right.
Like, we
It's
need to
right. It's
be
like
outlet.
stop. I need to put on a strap on and put on a strap, and then I need to plug this in the wall, and I need it's just like.
It's like really hard to like keep the mood alive.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, just play with yourself for a second. I'm plugging in my appliances. You know, I gotta plug in my appliances real quick.
I don't even have that many outlets. It would be such a
Oh my God, no, you'd
disaster.
be plugging
I'd have
into
it.
the
It would be
kitchen,
Just take one
flipping it
start.
around.
That's
An
crazy.
extension cord.
What are you gonna hide from Magda? You have your vibrator.
I don't think she would find my vibrator. Mine's. I don't really have a goodie drawer. Like I feel like what she would be upset about is the excessive amount of lingerie I have that takes up like half the closet space. Like it's not folded at the bottom of a drawer. Like it's like all the lingerie. It's all expensive.
Yeah.
So it's all being showcased nicely. So I feel like when she was doing my laundry, she also would probably be upset at like the fact that I only wear thongs. Like I feel like she would want me to be done with the thong. I feel like she would
love my underwear. It's just like it's like granny panties from Amazon.
She'd be like, this is
She'd be
nice.
like,
What the nuns wear. We love
like,
it.
I got like the 5 for $20 pack, you know, like or whatever. She would love it.
We love lingerie though. Good for you.
I need to get more. I need to be more sexy. People think that I like. Evan was saying the other day. They were like, "Yeah, you give off this vibe that you like have."
So I
this,
just
like,
think you need to
energy.
now just own it. Just start doing that.
I think I have, but I'm not like as intense about it as I should be probably.
You have sex appeal.
Thank you.
For sure. Some people don't have sex appeal.
Yeah, I definitely feel sexy, but I don't maybe put myself in that position enough.
But I feel like you could own the vibe,
like with lingerie and stuff.
Yeah. I could see you when I'm sitting here picturing her in all kinds of lingerie.
I love. Well, because I don't know what it is.
At this point, I'm just like, you have sex appeal, Hannah, in a closet full.
Well, because I have like a thing where I don't like to have sex fully naked because I don't.
That's hot though.
So then I switched to the lingerie was like sexy, but gave me like the confidence to have sex, and now it's like. Now, obviously, Wolf and I like have sex like fully naked.
But you don't have to.
But
you
like
just slide it to the side.
We have all our stuff.
Yeah,
exactly.
You just slide it to the side.
Everyone's always trying to get everything off, and I'm like, no.
Sometimes the mystery is hotter.
Yeah, exactly. And like the skirt, much hotter.
Yeah, and just the playing with the fabric and all that. It could be much hotter than
the nudity. Sometimes it's a lot.
Yeah, especially if you're just not into it like that.
And I just feel like I'm like confident with the way I look, but like I'm having an off day, like, and then we're like switching positions, and I just like get a glance of my body in motion. I'm like, I'm not into this anymore. We gotta wrap it up.
Right.
But I thought Magda's storyline ending with leaving the plate of condoms laid out was really, really sweet.
Right.
Yeah. That's the start of Magda's sweetness. Because this storyline easily could have been. I wonder if they knew in this episode that Magda was going to be here to stay.
I don't know, but
because she's along for the long haul.
She is, yeah. It's hard to say, but I love. She's endearing and like she's hardcore, but she's also a little empathetic too. You know, she's like a grandma, but like a modern grandma. I don't know.
I feel like Miranda needs as many characters as she can get that soften her up a little bit.
Exactly.
Because she
so
needs that. Which is why she needs Steve, who's like, we're people, we have feelings. And Magda, who's like, I'm trying my best. Like, it's a learning curve. There's other opinions.
That's
so true. Lynn Cohen is Magda's name, and she died in February 14th, 2020 at 86.
Rest in peace.
And she's also known for playing Mags in the Hunger Games series.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I forgot about that.
She's like the same character in that, just not religious.
I actually haven't watched the Hunger Games, but that's that was my fun fact.
I know exactly who she is.
I totally forgot about that. I feel like some people, I see them in one role, and that's like all I know them as.
Yeah.
I forgot she was in that.
She looked a lot older in that movie. She looked a lot older.
Yeah.
But it is her. You're right. Yeah.
Should we go on to another girl?
Yeah. Who do you want to move to?
There's so much cat hair.
Should we zoom through a Charlotte or a Samantha? Because obviously we want to get to Carrie's.
Yeah. I mean, Charlotte in the locker room. That was. First of all, everyone's boobs were like perfect.
I wanted to say though,
it was like, where are we?
They didn't show all though. Some were just like collarbone up.
No, but everyone did have perfect boobs. I like understood Charlotte. Like even when you're Charlotte, you see other bodies and you're like, I can't.
Wild. Have you been to a spa like that?
It's not realistic.
No, I mean
those spas.
It's not like that. Have you been to Spa Castle?
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Have you been to the Russian bathhouses, the Turkish bathhouses? These bitches are like 500 pounds and their tits are on the ground. Okay, nobody cares. I'm skinny in that motherfucker. Okay,
Charlotte would feel great at Spa Castle.
Yeah. Let's bring her to the Turkish bathhouses.
I had like a meltdown at Spa Castle in like 2016 or something, and just like couldn't deal with it anymore. I was just like, this place is like, I hate that they dress you in an outfit before, and I looked like a cop. Like, because it just looked, it was like, it looked like, it was just like khakis and a button-down shirt, and then you're supposed to go in and go to, it's kind of like an amusement park. We should go, honestly.
We should go,
like really work at Costco.
Okay, but I was going to say, I feel like I wouldn't want to be naked with my group of friends in a steam room.
Yeah. I would definitely do that with you. No problem.
You and I are different, but like if we had a core group of like 4 or 5 people, I feel like I would never pick our event to be. That feels like a one-off. Like you and I are gonna hang out by ourselves. We can go to the Spa Castle. Like
interesting.
I just like I can't think of any large group I've ever been in where we should all like. I felt like it was bold that Miranda, Carrie, and Samantha we're all sitting like really close to each other.
Yeah.
Nobody's even like looking. Like I would look if you got fully naked.
Ahead.
They're like so casual about it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like friends don't do that.
I think men do that though. Men are always like
No,
whipping
like
each other's butts in the locker
over their
room.
lap. Are they naked in there too?
I think guys are.
I don't know. But I've heard locker room talk guys, they walk around like that.
Yeah, they're like touching each other's dicks and being like, not gay.
Right,
It's
but
like,
they're athletes.
yeah.
I don't know if it's like that at a spa.
Because I went to Bathhouse a lot when Wolf worked there. And you obviously wear a bathing suit the whole time you're there.
Right.
But then the locker room is like a free-for-all. And I was really hating that.
Oh, at the end of Spa Castle, it's like a free, you can take off the uniform and dive in.
Yeah.
I was so upset at Spa Castle because I was so uncomfortable. So at one point I was with 2 girls and I just sat in the corner and ate a corn dog on one of those massage chairs. And I was like, I hate this.
That sounds like heaven to me.
in your uniform.
I was like, I'm so angry in my uniform. And then in the end, you like get completely naked. I was with my coworker too. And it was like the first time that we had hung out and we just got completely naked together. I was like,
that's
okay.
awkward.
That's awkward. But I've been to better ones.
Who's just coworkers?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's really awkward.
Also, I am wrong. I went with a group of friends in college to a spa where at the end we were all naked for this nude pool. But you could tell we all were kind of like, what are we doing?
Right.
Like, what are we all?
Right.
We've only known each other for not even a year. It was like during RA training.
All
the RAs are like in the nude pool.
Yeah.
It's just never always. It's not fun the way these girls made it look.
No, there was this one time in Bushwick. It was like a lesbian thing, and I swear to God, it was a spa, but it was a pop-up spa, and it was a trailer. You know, like a horse trailer.
It's not a good sign.
Yeah, and they
a pop-up spa, pop-up lesbian spa.
I swear, it's so weird. It was in the back of like this parking lot, and it was really strange.
Yeah.
What? It was really strange, but it was just a spot. So they added like hot stones and whatever, and it made it really hot in there. And then we all went in just our underwear or like briefs or like thongs or whatever they were in. And I could tell you it was so small because it's like a trailer, and we're all just like in there, and we all were looking at each other. How can you like have to not kind of look like
take a second?
Sheri's tits are kind of perky. Look at that. Who would have thought? Like
Sheri.
Yeah, this girl's tits are wrap around your shoulder like a continental soldier.
I want
like you don't know. you would never think that
and now you know.
Now you know. Yeah.
I thought it was unrealistic, but really nice when the girl complimented Charlotte's tits.
Yeah.
I feel like in most situations, where you look at someone, you're assuming they're thinking something bad, and then no one says anything.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I would love if I got naked at one of those places and someone's like, "I would kill for your ass." I would be like,
right.
That is literally exactly what I needed to hear.
Yeah, she had to be by herself to do that too.
Yeah.
She had to do it by herself to
her being
own
jealous of the other girls is crazy.
It was really, really crazy.
One, they all are insane. They all have crazy bodies and they're so beautiful.
For sure.
Whatever. But like for Charlotte to feel a little bit like the odd man out and hate her thighs.
That's so crazy.
I'm like, this
she
is
would
nuts.
hate my thighs.
No.
I don't think she
would despise my thighs.
Despise thighs.
Should we go on to Samantha? Because we have about 20 minutes left.
Yeah.
So
Samantha's storyline was nuts.
That was really crazy.
Wait, can I be honest? Like, would you guys get a happy ending at a massage place?
See, like this is where my Charlotte comes out. Probably, I don't know, maybe if they were like initiating it.
Yes.
And like I wouldn't, and I didn't know. And
I
it was
wouldn't
just
do
kind
a
of
Samantha where I'm going because I know he does
yeah,
that.
I would never want.
Right.
I feel weird about paying people to have sex with me.
Correct. Yeah.
That feels weird. I know men have no problem doing that,
Right.
but like I just feel weird about it. But if they were like, "Hey, I like you. Let's hang."
What?
Let me give you a massage and diddle you real quick.
If you were getting a massage and all of a sudden they go, "Hey, I like you."
I like you.
That would I'd be like,
wow, I am coming off as such like a prudo weirdo.
I like you.
No, but I mean like,
but you would get it.
Like, hey, come outside over here.
Okay, wait. Where are you in this
I don't
scenario?
know.
Come outside over here.
I'm like thinking we're in the trailer.
Okay. Now imagine
the hot stone trailer.
It's like, did that get reported? Like, what?
It didn't last long.
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
Did they get like a permit for that?
It really stunk.
Why are you trying to start one?
No, I'm just curious. Whenever
this is like when you were
say,
like, "Are you guys open?"
No. That was a legitimate question because there were so many different drawers. I was like, wow, that's amazing that your wife.
Sounded like you were getting interested in getting into the relationship.
I mean, maybe
just like it sounds like you're interested in getting the trailer started.
Sheri, if you ever go open, let me know.
If you were getting a massage and then the person just started going between your legs, would you stop them?
Depends on how she looked.
Okay.
If she's a Bertha, like a Bertha looking, you know, like
what's
a
Bertha?
like a Bertha, like a beastie looking broad.
Okay.
You know?
I've never heard
like
that before.
Bertha, you know, like a big girl. Like not big, you know what I mean, like a linebacker.
Okay,
like
I see
like
it. Older maybe too.
Older, but
Bertha
she has
seems older.
Yeah, no. But if she's like if she looks like you guys, you know, I might I'm just saying.
I have saying stuff right now.
I've always said that if it were to happen to me, I wouldn't stop it.
Really?
Just let it go.
Oh my God. Because I love being massaged.
Me too, yeah.
And I don't really think of like being fingered as like that's just like another relaxing massage. Like I wouldn't want to be fucked by someone after this. That'd be like a whole thing.
No, it is.
But like if I were to be massaged and then someone would just like start fingering me, I definitely. Yeah. I mean, I probably should like talk to Wolf first. Yeah, like, because maybe he'd be like, "Wait, what?
You going to Flushing?"
But like, if Wolf aside, if I was getting and I was at a place I felt was like a nice place. You know, like if I didn't feel.
Would you get eaten out though? That's what's going on.
That's also relaxing too if they're slow.
I wouldn't get eaten out.
But that's weird.
Okay. I wouldn't get eaten out. That I feel like I know this guy was like super hot.
Yeah.
But the idea that he's also, not to shame him for his work, but then eating out like specifically like rich older women coming to the massage place. Right. I don't want to be just like another vagina in his line.
You can't just randomly go down on one woman and not the next.
That's what I didn't like about it.
I paid good money expecting to be eaten out.
But she has to stop with this. It's true. She has to stop with the harassment. She's grabbing his dick.
Yeah, because she thought it was his specialty. You know, if you're gonna do that with all older rich women, then you should. Like with one, you should do it with all of them.
Also, I can't believe he like reacted that way. He knows what he does. For him to be like shocked at her, he should have been like, "I'm sorry, like that's a deal I have going on."
Yeah.
He like reacted like she was so nuts. It's like she didn't come in here with pull this idea out of fucking nowhere.
Right. Yeah.
She heard from your clients.
Exactly.
Apparently, you have a ton of clients.
Yeah.
She's at the women's in the art lunch, and those girls confront her. Yeah. They're like, what was his name? Kevin. And did
you know that Kevin played the father of Mary-Kate and Ashley in Two of a Kind?
Oh.
Random
I
fact.
didn't see that movie.
I had to really go deep on the fun facts.
He does look like them a little bit.
He does. Yeah. Now that I could see, I could see that he does look like them, like a brother or dad.
So I guess we're not getting, or I guess I'm not. I might be if it's a really weird situation where we're like hanging out. You are. If she's not
hot,
a linebacker, okay. If she's hot, would you let a man?
Yeah. My thing is she doesn't even have to be hot. Because I'm not thinking of it sexually.
So you'll get the Bertha. Is that what you just
said?
No
Bertha. I'll small Asian lady in Flushing. Maybe I would. Yeah. Maybe because they make it so transactional. My friends say. All my guy friends.
Like,
it's a transaction. It's not a
big deal.
They're just like. Really? You know, they don't care. So if that's how they're doing it for me, I'm like, all right, fuck it. You know, maybe. But
wow,
never
and that
had.
Towel situation sounded.
That's
really
what I've heard.
nice.
It's a sheet. Yeah, it's a sheet.
Doesn't that sound nice?
Yeah, it's like warm. It's like in like a warmer.
Like that aspect of it sounds quite nice.
Yeah, I don't know. When you sign up for it, do they?
I don't think
you have to be referred. So I would have to go in there and say my friend Jody referred me, you know, and then they'll look at their sheet. Jody, she gets fingered too. So that's an extra $25. That's what they'll say. It's always extra.
Yeah, wait, how much does it cost? Should we do that to people? Like, how much does it?
What do you mean do that to people?
It's an extra $20.
Bring people in here. We'll do the recordings in here. We'll do the hand jobs
always trying to figure out a way to make money.
Yes.
Well, we're about to be launching feet.
Yeah, we are. Oh, we have an OnlyFans for feet coming out soon.
I used to do OnlyFans for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, I just exercise naked.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's genius.
all I did.
I had OnlyFans for a while, but I overpromised and then underdelivered. I said like a nude a day.
And then that became no, you have to be consistent. Upload same time
Every day
at the same time.
And it became...
And more and more each time.
And then anything else that happened in my life, this was like bottom of the list. Right. But the people that subscribe were like, where the fuck is my new today?
Yes,
and I'm like,
yes, for sure.
They were, the messages I got were mean.
Yes.
And it's like, I didn't like that, but I was also like, my OnlyFans was $20 a month.
It's a business.
It's pretty steep for OnlyFans. Like most people do like $5 a
Mine
month.
Was
and
$5,
then, like $24.99. Wait, what workouts were you doing?
I was on the stationary bike. I was doing
naked?
Kettlebells, like my kettlebell work. Wow. I'm gonna do it anyway, just not naked, so I might as well do it naked
and get paid.
Yeah, but I stopped. My wife didn't like it, so I stopped.
Was that the compromise?
What?
Like, you were like, okay, we're gonna start getting into BDSM stuff, and
no, we've been in BDSM a long time.
I'll stop doing the OnlyFans naked gym workouts.
No, she just walked in one time, and I'm just naked doing like squats with a 10-pound kettlebell with a camera in front of me.
So it was like,
was her first thought OnlyFans, or did she think something like
she thought I was cheating?
Yeah, I would have been like, cheating. If I came in and Wolf was like filming himself working out naked. Well, I don't know if anyone would pay for that, but
maybe
I'd be like, who the hell is this fucking for? Like, I'd be livid.
How many subscribers did you have? Did you have like a
30?
Wow.
And that's good though. When it's a consistent amount, that's like, their money coming every month.
A few thousand. I made a few thousand.
Really?
Not a lot, but
yeah. Do you have to write that off with taxes?
No.
Hell no.
Okay.
Because they take a little bit of it.
Okay.
When you sign up, it's like a form that you do. And
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been dealing with the form. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's apparently it's so hard to open a couple's account. They're like, you have
to. It's a 1099, right?
It's just like a
whatever.
No, they like want you have to jump through all these extra hoops to like get it approved, which is good in terms of like safety for extra people being posted.
Yes,
but for us who are just like ready to launch, it's like let us go.
Just be consistent and stay with it. You'll be all right.
Okay, we can make it.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready for the Carrie storyline?
Yeah, we have about like
15 minutes.
Yeah, like 15 minutes, something like that.
Yeah. Because we started, I think, at like 7:08.
Yeah.
Okay, so Carrie in this episode learns in the Sunday Times that Big and Natasha are married. And then she runs into Natasha while in just her bra and underwear trying on a dress.
She looked great.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, she did not need to be worried.
I was like, that was enough.
Not to be like comparing these women against each other, but she looked a lot better than Natasha.
Yeah.
If I was Natasha and I knew that Carrie and Big had sex and I saw Carrie right there in her underwear, I'd be like, I wish I was dead.
That's probably why she didn't show up at the lunch. Yeah.
Well, first I wanted to know what do we think our version of the Sunday Times is of like jealousy of people we know. I feel like mine is Facebook. Every time I log into Facebook, some girl I went to high school with has just posted her wedding photos, has just posted her baby. Yeah. And I'm like, I literally am like, like, welcome to Orange Theory. Like, I don't need to see this.
What's yours?
I would say Instagram. and Facebook. Yeah,
okay.
Instagram and
Facebook is where the hometown people are posting.
Exactly, my hometown. Yeah.
They're just, they're not trying to be comedians, so they're just like getting their lives together.
Right, but I'm better than all of them anyway, so.
Yeah.
They're all,
seriously. In a couple years, they're going to be like, I hate my baby, and they have amazing careers.
I am that person in a couple years. I'm in my 40s, and you guys are still younger, so you'll see when you're in your 40s, they're going to hate themselves, and you're going to be so successful that you're going to be fine.
Right. I just said I wanted to be you. So this is
you're going to be
You're right on track.
Okay, so I'm right on track.
Yeah.
Thank you. Do you ever want to have kids?
We tried.
Oh,
my
really?
wife and I, thousands and thousands of dollars later, it didn't work.
God, Jesus, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. It happens.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I guess Instagram maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It really comes down to family. Like when I'm with my family and everyone has a partner with them, I get really
That's your Sunday Times.
That's when I start feeling like wacky lady. Because I'm like, what's going on here?
Because compared to them. That's what
I come from a big Jewish family.
Right, and they're traditional probably.
Not super traditional, like we're Reformed, but we do the holidays and we.
Yeah, I'm Italian Catholic.
You know what? It's very similar. Like lots of food, lots of people, and you're very involved.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And loud and food.
Loud. Yeah. I mean, it's a great vibe. I just sometimes I'm like, damn, like why do I not have a partner here? This is crazy. Or why do I not have a ring on my finger?
And then you feel wacky lucky because you're like living and you're single in New York and you're doing comedy.
Yeah.
But in the New York world, you have it together.
Yeah, exactly. In that world, it's a little different, but in this world, you're fine. You're doing great.
There's nothing worse than your uncle introducing you at a wedding and saying, "This is Nora, the amateur comedian." In
the word amateur.
I mean, that's cruel. That's like mean. Just say comedian.
But I mean, it is kind of amateur.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Then they're like, "Oh, where do you perform?" And I'm
say
like,
all over New York City.
All over New York City. Have you been to Heart Bar? No, we have some good. We have Club Coming. We have some good.
No, Club Coming is legit.
Trust me. We love Club Coming. Yeah. Okay. Have you ever really gone out of your way to impress someone?
Yeah.
And what have you done?
Like to the level of Carrie in this episode?
Yeah.
Buying like $1,000 clothing and stuff.
What did you do?
Spent a lot of money on like one of my first girlfriends, and like so I got like a Versace belt that I could have just got on Canal Street.
Okay.
But I got it for real, like a real one.
How much is that?
Back then it was $800, but now I think it goes for like $16.
Was she impressed?
Wow. No.
That's awful.
No, she just
you're literally like Carrie. She did all this and Natasha.
No,
didn't show up.
She just like expected, like she thought she was that hot that she expected herself to be with someone who would wear a Versace belt. You know, like she wants that. Now I can afford that kind of stuff, but my wife isn't like that. But this whore, she was like that. And
this whore.
Yeah, I mean, I bought so many expensive dinners, like
really
$500, $600 dinners.
And she was never like blown away.
No, it just was what it was. She's also she was like an influencer.
Didn't you get pissed off?
Yeah, that's why I ended it.
I would have been like, I'm doing all of this for you, and you don't.
If I look
give
back
a shit.
on everything, it was probably like $50,000 over a year.
What the
that
hell?
I spent on her.
God.
Yeah.
Wow. How long did you guys date for?
A year. About a year.
Was the sex good? Like, was it worth it?
No.
Wow.
She
This
was
person.
all right. She was all right.
She was hot.
She was definitely hot.
Okay.
Yeah, she was an influencer, like a travel and health influencer, like fitness model. Yeah, so she was really hot. What about
you? Could be a
you
travel,
ever done that?
Like spend a lot of money to impress someone. No, but I used to like tell crazy lies on dates to guys to impress them. Like if a guy said he wanted, like was into something, I would like tell a lie about how that's literally what I do for work. Like I would just I say to Nora all the time, there was a period in my dating where I was meeting so many men and nothing was coming of it that I was like, oh, I can just say whatever I want.
You could, yeah.
I used to tell guys that I was like running a show at NBC and like I really couldn't talk to them about it.
That's awesome. How the fuck would they know anyway?
No, literally couldn't talk about it.
I like couldn't
start doing that.
No, because like I would never see them again, and I'm like the day was boring, and I'm like this would be so much more fun if like I was making stuff up, and then they'd be so impressed,
of course,
and then they'd want to see me again. I'm like I can't see this guy again. Like he thinks I'm at NBC right now.
I need to do that. God, I'm so fucking honest.
Oh my God, I told a guy that I had to go home because tomorrow I had an open call audition for SNL.
That's so funny.
Because then he was like, wow, I really want her. I seemed really like, well, I guess to him, he's like, she's a failure. I guess the audition didn't work out.
No.
But to me,
but
there was just like, I was not, nobody ever wanted, to, like, there was a period of time where I could not get a second date to save my life. Mm-hmm. So I was like, what, or if I did, like, I didn't like that guy. Mm-hmm. So I was like, yeah, I'm just going to like make stuff up. And then guys were really impressed with me. And then guys were like really like into me for that moment. But then I was like, I can't see them again. Like,
they're just clout chasing.
Yeah,
they climb a ladder themselves.
The ladder that didn't even exist.
Yeah, but maybe you're manifesting.
But I will say, I feel like I used to go really above and beyond. Whenever, if there was a guy I really liked, like for the first night we had sex, I was someone in the bedroom that like I could never be more than once. But if I really liked a guy and I like made him wait a little bit for it, I would like put on the biggest sexual production,
right?
And I'd be like, I don't know why I did that, because like I don't think I could ever do that again in my life.
You're not going to keep sustaining that.
I'm not going to keep that up. But I used to do stuff like that. And big liar,
right?
It's a problem.
I love that you admit that.
Yeah, because
awesome.
I tell my closest friends, Claire and Ryan, I tell them all the time, like anytime I lie, I'm going to tell them the truth afterwards. It's like rehab, because I have to stop.
Good for you.
Lying.
I used to lie a lot too. Really? But I was like back in the day on like AOL chat rooms. I don't know if you guys even remember that.
I lied in AOL chat rooms.
Yeah, I used to pretend I would talk to straight women in their 30s and 20s when I was like 14 or 15 and pretend like I was like a doctor, a male doctor, or like a or like a male. I was always a male. I was like a mechanic or a doctor. Or like
we're the same, us and our fake careers.
Yeah. And like I would have a whole relationship with this one girl. And, like I had to pretend I died, and then she ended up. I pretended I was like my sister, and I was like, Carl's dead or whatever. And then the girl was like, "Where's his grave?"
Oh my god!
And then I told her where the grave was and everything, and she came to Delaware to where like the grave was. And she's like, "I couldn't find it," and I'm like, "Oh, there's no headstone there yet." Like it was.
Oh my god, Sheri, why?
No, I feel you, girl.
Yeah,
you
it's just like, do you think
it's totally different? It's really different. And you saying you have an open SNL call, this bitch is fucking traveling.
Someone's traveling to
someone's
Delaware.
Fake grave. It's crazy.
I was gay and young, and I just wanted to be gay.
Yeah.
So I pretended I was a 45-year-old man who was a mechanic.
passed away.
Yeah. I had to end it because she was ready.
Rest in peace, Carl.
Yeah. Did you send photos?
I took my boys' photos, like my friends from high school photos. And
Wait, you were
pretended
sending a
them.
30-year-old woman.
So it wasn't photos back then. It was like you had to have a scanner and scan it and then upload it.
But they were photos of a high schooler?
Yeah. I was like, this is my high school photo. I didn't have any male photos that were older.
That is so
I wasn't
funny.
45. I was probably like 25.
Yeah.
I started this story with being like, oh my God, you're just like Carrie. And then I'm like, never mind. This is really
It's like compulsive shit. Yeah.
Oh my god,
that's
amazing.
so funny.
I would like go into the wrong chat group that was like
Your
meant
soccer
for baseball,
chats.
and I was like, I love baseball. Just kidding, I like soccer. that was my like risky thing. But I do think I spent a lot of time talking to like old men. On the game.
Yeah.
I always thought that I was talking to another person that was my age.
No.
And I don't think that was
Anyone
happening.
who grew
Probably
up
not.
with like AOL, Omegle, like those, you
Yep.
were talking to the creepiest older men.
Right.
alive.
Or a
day on it,
14-year-old
too.
lesbian.
Yeah, I
Pretending
hope
to
I
be
was
an old-
talking to you. I was talking like,
That would have been amazing if you're like, you're Carl?
you're Carl?
Yeah, I was-
We went to your grave.
Yeah, I was 14 becoming a 26-year-old man. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely felt like I would stay at the computer for hours talking to
too.
someone. It
Me
was
too.
like, what are you
Yeah.
doing today? No, I'm going to be on the computer. Like, don't bother me, Mom.
Right,
Don't
right,
worry
right.
about me.
Don't worry about me.
I've got a side
Yeah.
business
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Like I have
The
people.
chat.
I have like people I need to talk to.
Yeah, people are waiting to hear
People
from
are
me.
waiting.
Exactly,
for
because
me.
you would pop up in like the little side screen who was online at the time. Yeah, you were waiting for people.
What was your away message? Did you like a lyric or anything?
Yeah, I think it was like, sugar, we're going down swinging. No, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
remember.
yeah,
Something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What was
Yeah.
yours?
It's like same.
Like a song.
Sugar, we're going down
Yeah.
swinging.
One.
a song.
Yeah,
A
something like
song.
that. Motion
Yeah.
City soundtrack or Green Day.
Yep.
Honestly, Pink.
Pink, of
I love Pink.
course.
I love
Yeah.
Pink.
Yeah, she's the
We
best.
love Pink.
Okay, we're almost out of time, but I
Yes.
did
Yeah.
have one last question related
do
to the
it.
episode. So in the end, Carrie feels like completely inferior to Natasha, but then gets the card from Natasha who couldn't make the lunch, and she spells their wrong. And that's Carrie's like, I'm better than this girl.
That's a
She's
win.
an idiot.
It's a win.
What is your win? Like, what if you're jealous of another girl and then she does this, you're like, I'm fine. Like like for Carrie, this is like big can have Natasha. Like,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
clearly like
Yeah.
he's downgraded in some way in her head. Like what is that you see a woman do that you're jealous of that you're like, I'm fine.
Yeah, a lot of women that I used to date ended up, they're always straight, so they would always end up back with men. And then I would have like an ego thing about that. But I'm like a dude, so it's like I've gotten over that now. But back then, I would just be like, they're such losers. Like, look at him. Like this one guy, he worked at like a porta potty company.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like,
But,
you
like,
left
call
me.
ahead?
You left me for a dude who fucking cleans shit and piss out of a porta potty. You know,
You're like you were better with me.
loser.
I'm fine.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
loser.
Yeah, exactly.
Loser.
So I was always looked down on like men that my girls would leave me for. But I'm over that now.
Good.
Yeah.
What's yours?
I think I need to think about that. I don't really have like one moment, I guess.
I mean, I have things that in my head are like shallow.
Like
that
what?
I don't want to say, but I have things that
No,
if I
say one.
Yeah, just say
I feel like now this is so
Sherry's
mean
sending
though.
people
Yeah, I
to
mean,
graves. Like,
I know.
Yeah, and porta potty guys. I love you, porta potty guys. We need you to clean them.
I
But
feel like now that I had a lot of guys who I was with that left me, and now before I lost the weight, and I feel like now whenever I see them with a girl that's like a similar size but they still kind of like DM me and I've lost the weight, I feel kind of like shouldn't have left me. Shouldn't have left me. I feel a little bit of a ego about that, but I know that's really nasty and mean. And if roles reversed, if like me at like 2:30 heard what I was saying, I'd be like, that girl needs to be shot dead.
You used to weigh 230 pounds.
Yeah.
Same.
What?
I was 250.
What?
Mm-hmm. We both.
But I will say, I don't think I looked like 230.
I looked.
The
250.
pictures of me are a little.
I can show you pictures where I look.
You can definitely tell I was
245.
Not bad.
Wow.
But yeah, I lost like
that.
60, 70 pounds.
Yeah, you girls look great.
Thank you.
When I don't remember when it was.
You're
like,
asking me like I
it's
didn't
like
know
a
you
year.
when you lost
Yeah.
weight.
Well, it was crazy
Was it
because
when I met you?
Hannah, no, it was like a little. It was probably like a year after I met you. When I met you, we were both like, wait, we both have dead dads, and we both
lost
like a shit ton of weight.
And it's really confusing.
And it was like so
weight
crazy.
Soulmates,
you have
like soul
camaraderie
sisters.
for bigger girls because you used to be them.
Of course.
But then you also start getting like a little bit of an ego about losing weight. And I'm like I want to silence the ego. I want to still love myself. But I also like, I'm proud of myself. But sometimes I'm proud in a toxic way. Like me seeing guys sometimes.
And that's okay. You can be proud in that toxic way. You're not that fat girl anymore. So you know what? Fuck them.
I know. But sometimes I'm like,
look
brain
at
is,
you
like,
with that fat girl. Look at me now. You you know, like now you DMing me.
No, seriously.
Now you
when guys who like wouldn't date me when I was fat
moving.
are up my ass now, I'm like, shut up.
Exactly. Like you're still the same
also,
girl.
For me, whenever guys who were like didn't date me when I was fat, but now are with like the most kind of like boring girls, like I'm kind of, and I'm like now like this like cool hot New York comedian does naked comedy shows. I'm like, and you have your little like white picket fence. I'm like, that always makes me feel like I don't need to.
Oh, they're jerking off to you for sure.
For sure.
They're having sex with their wife, thinking about you.
Me for
yeah.
sure.
Okay, so
I do more. I haven't like seen a lot of guys that I've had like crushes on before that then I lost weight. I haven't like seen them in a while because it was a lot in like college and stuff.
It's gonna be
so
the
my
best.
friend actually went to a college wedding and I wasn't able to go, but I told her to tell everyone I was really hot now.
Spread the
As
good
you
word.
should.
She said she
As
was
you
like
should.
she's like, yeah, I went and I told everyone that you told me to tell them that you were hot. And I was like, that is not what I told you to say. But whatever.
You wanted them to say like, wait, you guys need to see Nora. Look
No,
at
literally,
this.
like that's what I was hoping that she would do. She kind of did that, but like I don't know.
But saying it's from you is like,
no, you shouldn't. Yeah,
That's
she
right.
should.
yeah. But then also we have a big text group and it's with all my friends from college, and we were like, what's everyone's update right now? And I was like, well, I'm really hot right now. So that's my
right,
update.
right.
Like
And nothing else
I lost like a
matters.
shit ton of weight and I'm
Exactly.
hot and I just got a boob job. Like, what's
Yeah.
up?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What's up with you?
What's up with you? I don't want to hear about your new job.
Yeah.
I have a new body.
That's another thing. I just got my boobs done. So it's
They-
like
well, they look great.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
they look
That's
great.
going to be like a whole new world.
Both of us
too.
are talking to you while I
Thanks,
looking at your
guys.
tits.
Thanks. Yeah. So they're going to be like, it's going to be a new world. I might have that moment.
You will.
You will.
will.
No, you will. When did you get them?
It's been a month.
Oh,
literally. So
Yeah.
I literally
They're coming
have
out.
you're healing
Yeah, I'm
still.
healing.
You're healing, and you have to learn to because my wife, she got like a tummy tuck and all this stuff. She got so much plastic surgery.
Really?
Yeah, a lot. But so you have to learn to like love your new body, like your new tits.
Yes.
You're gonna have to be able to be comfortable because you're still in your head with like the dysmorphia of your old tits.
Yeah.
And that's gonna take a while to like die down and go away, and then you just own those nice big old titties now.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I mean,
Cleavage to the fucking chin, baby.
These boobs are really perky.
No,
Yeah.
So I was an H and now I'm a D. A double
So
D.
you went,
so I went
okay.
down.
Right, and then
I also reshaped
softened
them.
and yep, exactly.
But
Sound like the
I
doctor.
actually, I was.
I know all about that.
I was like dating someone at the time recently, and he was so upset that I got a boob job or like got a breast reduction, and then now he's like we're kind of fizzling. So I'm like,
that guy's shitty.
Something's wrong with him.
And you're going to post a picture in like a see-through dress with like your gorgeous perky titties, and he's going to be like, I'm an idiot.
I don't know. I was just kind of like,
we're going to block that number.
Something's wrong with
Anyways.
Yeah.
So I'll have my moment soon.
Yeah,
you will. You're still healing.
I'm still healing.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you'll be
this
good.
was a great episode.
Yeah, this was amazing.
I love you girls. I do.
love
Sheri,
you.
thank you so much.
No,
for coming
thank you
on
for
the
having
podcast.
me.
You're
Thank
just
you for
such a
having me.
breath of fresh air.
I know. I love hanging out with you guys. I know it's not often, but when we do, we connect every time.
100%.
Yeah,
it's always
that was
fun.
really fun last time with the game. We were watching the game after the show. Remember?
Yeah.
Yep. And Liberty just won too. That's
Were you there for that?
No.
Oh, I had
know a
so
lot of
many
people were
friends.
there,
Like
yeah.
so many people were. Was it sold out?
Yeah, that's why.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
Yeah,
that's why I
the
didn't
tickets
go.
were crazy.
I hung out after though at the after party. Like,
Yeah. Did you go to Branded?
No, I forget what the one.
A bunch of my friends
I know
were
Branded
Branded.
Saloon though. I know the owner of Branded. He's pretty
really?
cool. Gay guy. Yeah, he's cool.
Where can people find you?
You can find me on IG Sheri Baby
Hell yeah.
11.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Sheri, we love you. Thank you
I
so
love
much
you
for being
girls.
on the pod.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so
Shout out
much
to
Becky Hermenze.
We're both like mumbling while looking at each other.
Shout out to Becky Hermenze for all of her editing and production work. We love you. And Sean Curley for intro, outro music.
All right.
I just had like a lisp.
I know we had a moment where we were like, how do we end this thing?
I love you too.
Love you.
Love
I love
all of
you.
you. Bye.
Bye bye.